everybody, welcome back to my channel. You want to come up here and say hi? Come on. Here's me and Gatsby. He's so cute. Okay, so welcome back to my channel. I'm trying to do Vlogmas this year, so y'all just gonna have to bear with me because, you know, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like, I'm not gonna be one of those people that tell y'all that like I've had like a rough year and then like not go into detail, because y'all know I pride myself on being like very open and honest with y'all. Bitch. Okay, so where the fuck have I been? Like, Gatsby. Okay, so I had a lot of stuff go on in 2020. Like, I quit being friends with people that I had been friends with for over. Hey, no. Stop. 2020 was super rough for me. Like I said, like I quit being friends with people that I had been friends with for over like 10 years. So that was rough. We literally just reconciled maybe February of this year, and we quit being friends like February of like last year. And it wasn't like that I wanted to stop being friends with them. Like, me and someone just did not agree on something, and you know, it's just what it was. It's over now, and I'm so grateful to have those people back in my life, because, you know, like I met someone, or not really like met, like I started being friends with someone in 2020, and we were friends for that whole year and like a little bit of this year. And you know, it really made me value like true friendship. And I'm not about to get on here and talk mess about anybody, because that's just not me. Like, I really like don't give a fuck that much. But you know, just that situation itself just made me realize like how valuable true friends are, because that person was not a true friend to me, like at all. You know, I don't wish her any, you know, ill will or anything like that, but you know, you're just not my vibe, and that's okay. Like, it doesn't have to be like tea or shade or fucking what is it, beef. Like, it doesn't have to be any of that. You're just not my vibe, and that's okay. So I was dealing with this guy like on and off, whatever. That's like its own thing. Don't even care about that shit like that. But back then, oh my god, like it just felt like it was just so important. Like, it just felt, anyway. But yeah, and I just, you know, I was broke for all of last year, and all of last year, like I spent, like, I don't even remember a good part of the year, because I was so drunk and so high and so drunk and so high, literally every day. Like, every day I would wake up, do my makeup, drive to the city, meet up with like people, and then either spend the night there or drive back here and be drunk as fuck. Like, and it just like, you know, it was just a lot. Fast forward to like this year has been like a lot better. I'm not even gonna lie. It has had its challenges, of course, but it's been like a lot better. Like, for starters, I started going to therapy this year. I'm really excited about that. You know, like, my childhood wasn't, you know, god awful or anything like that, but at the same time, like, you know, like, your trauma is your trauma, and I deserve to work through that trauma, even though in my eyes, like, it might not be as severe as whoever else or whatever. Like, regardless of how severe it was, it still happened, and you know, that's just it. Like, so I'm a huge advocate for therapy. I'm not gonna flex like I've been going like this whole year. Like, I literally started going like maybe like 2 months ago. I'm about to have my 3rd session on Saturday, so I'm super excited. And I'm not gonna film the session, of course, but I'm gonna film like my whole just take care of Stasha day on Saturday, so I'm super excited. What else? I was dating someone. This one still kind of hits home, like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, because we had been, I don't even want to say like on and off. Like, we met in like 2019, and you know, like, as soon as I met him, or like as soon as we started talking and stuff, like, I just knew that it was gonna be more than what it was. And you know, And I didn't want to rope him into what was going on with me in 2020, because I had like a lot of stuff going on, and I didn't want to rope anyone into anything, because I just was not feeling like myself. Like I just didn't, you know, no, like I can't give myself to you and I don't even know who the fuck I am. You feel me? So, you know, like I kept him at arm's length for like all of 2020, and then this year, like we finally met up and everything was just everything. And then we ended up breaking up. You know, like on Sunday will be like 2 weeks ago, but we were like on and off for like a month when that happened. And it sucks because like I do love him. I'm still in love with him, and I didn't want the relationship to end at all, if I'm being honest. And you know, like he is like a very like well-known person, you know, so it's like I have like so many pictures and videos and stuff, but it's like I would never, like that is something that like, you know, I'm never gonna share, because one, like we're not even together anymore, but two, like, you know, he's just like a private person. Not saying that like we kept like our relationship a secret or anything like that, because we weren't actually in a relationship for long, like before we broke up, but just like the time that we spent together, like it was very like emotional and it was very like intense. And yeah, you know, like we just started talking like yesterday. And you know, like I missed him. Like I know that that's like so stupid, and like I hate it because like we're broken up, but he basically told me, you know, like I'm not your person. Like I know for a fact that like I love you, but I can't love you like how you want to be loved. Y'all, the stinging like stomach drop like I felt when he said that, because it's just like a damn, like, you know. But that was that. We went on like a cabin trip and it was fucking amazing. He like, it's like, you know how you wish that things were like one way so it would make like something else easier. Like a lot of people thought that I was only with him because of him being famous, or because of like him having money, or because of X, Y, and Z or whatever. And absolutely not. Like I don't even move like that. And you can even ask, well, you can't ask him because I don't know who the fuck he is, but I never asked him for anything. Like I asked him for one thing like around the time that we like broke up. That was like the first time out of like going on 3 years that I have ever asked him for anything, because I don't like asking people for stuff. But at that point, like I really didn't need it. So yeah, like I don't wish that the relationship would have been what those people thought, but it's like it's just like a dang, like that would make this heartbreak easier. But it's like, you know, I'd rather have loved someone and like gave it like my all, absolutely, like, you know, just went for it, than to say that I didn't go for it. You know, like everyone you meet, like you're not going to marry. Everyone you love, you're not going to marry. But at the end of the day, like that love shit, like it matters. It matters who you love, who you want to feel loved and stuff. Because out of like everything that's going on in this world, like all of the negative, all of the just crazy things, like for me, showing love to people while they're here is the most important thing to me. Like if you're here and I love you, then I'm going to let you know that. Like even if we're on bad terms, even if, you know, we might not be speaking, even if we just got into like an argument, at the end of the day, like, you know, you're important to me. And if I love you, then you're going to know that. You know, like I used to be really bad at holding grudges. You know, I don't want to be like that. I chose not to be like that anymore, because it's like, you know, life is extremely too short. You know, like one of the second things that my therapist told me was that like dealing with something with my childhood, and she was just like, you know, you're gonna have to forgive him. Like even if y'all never had that conversation, even if it never comes up, and even though like you beg and plead and you would think that he would want to have the conversation, you know, like just because you desperately want that to happen does not mean that like it's going to. And you can't make it happen. Like you can't make someone realize what they did, or you can't make someone want to talk about something. And that's that was like a hard like pill for me to swallow, because I'm looking at it as, damn, like if I'm important to you, then like why would you not want to talk about these things? Because it's important to me, you know. But you can't do that. You can't treat people like that. That's just not, you know. Is this moving with me? Oh, it is. Okay. That's just not, you know, it's just not. But it's like, I feel good. Like I ended up getting like a new job. I'm in quality assurance now at this animal health company. They make vaccines for chickens, and even though I hate birds, but they make vaccines for chickens, and I just make sure that they're doing their shit right. Like that's all I do. Like score 1 for fucking being a control freak, and my job is literally making sure that people do what they're supposed to do. I'm trying to think of like what else is really like new for me. Like my mom got engaged last year, so that's really exciting. We have like a wedding to plan with that. And yeah, like it's nothing really like super traumatic change. Like I don't have like a baby or anything. I definitely gained some weight, I can tell you that. But I had lost it and then I gained it back again. But it's okay, because when I'm going through stuff, like I'm really bad at stress eating. So with this, and plus like we were going out on dates like to all these fancy steakhouses and stuff like that, because that's what he enjoyed doing. And my ass is not gonna say no to a steak. So I was eating, and then like once we broke up, or once we were going through like our hard time, it was just like I eat my feelings. So I just started eating my feelings. But you know, like granted, I do want to lose weight and stuff, and I'm gonna touch on this too. Granted, like I want to lose weight and stuff, yeah, for sure. But at the same time, it's like I spent so long last year, like just like my whole life really, like just not being happy with myself and my weight and how I looked, and just not being happy. And it's like you look at me on this screen and you're like, why would you think that? Like look at you, like you're gorgeous. Like, and that's what people tell me, but it's like mentally, like that shit is just like a whole nother thing to like get over. Because it's like, especially with like dealing with like love and dealing with like being with people, and then like them just, you know, not really, like everybody leaving for whatever reason. And it's like you might look back on it and be like, oh, that was for the best. But it's like in that moment, it's like, damn, like what the fuck is wrong with me? So it's like for a really long time, that's how I was feeling. Like what the fuck is wrong with me? And it's like, you know, I'm just now at 26 years old feeling like, I mean, I'm not gonna say that there's not shit wrong with me. That, you know, I might have, you know, anxiety and depression and whatever else, but at the end of the day, like I'm still beautiful. And I don't mean just this, like I mean, you know, inside, like how I love is beautiful, how I care for people, how like I would literally give you the jumpsuit off my back. Like that is what makes like a person beautiful. And you know, like I struggle with that. Like I struggle with overthinking. I struggle with assuming that like I know what someone's thinking, and you know, like I struggle with like a lot of stuff. I'm not even gonna cap. Like, and apparently I have PTSD from my mom's heart attack. And my anxiety and depression and stuff, it's like the more that I look back on it, like the more I didn't realize, like it didn't really start and get like bad until after her heart attack. And of course, like this is in no way like blaming her for having like a heart attack, but it's like that event was very traumatizing for me, because one of my biggest fears is losing my mother. So in that situation, like I wasn't even able to really like deal with the emotions that was set with her having the heart attack, because I'm already looking toward the future, because my brother is in 5th grade. So it's like I'm looking at it as like, you know, he can't go to my dad, he can't go to my nanny. How I am like about my brother, like I'm about to have to drop out of school and I'm about to have to, like, you know, be there for him. Like I'm looking at shit like that because it's like I know that that's what my mom would have wanted if she didn't turn out how she turned out. Like I knew that she would have wanted us to be straight regardless, and she knows how I am. So it's like me, like Stacy being good would have been like a no-brainer, but it's like that situation was very traumatic for me because it's like I'm already thinking that like I might have the chance, you know, of losing her at this time at 20 years old. I'm not ready for that, but it's like I can't even deal with that because I'm focused on what's gonna happen with my brother. And like a lot of the stuff that I dealt with when I was like a kid from 9 years old and up, like I never really dealt with it because I was trying to stay strong, like for Stacy, like because I didn't want him to see me upset. I don't like, I hate when my brother sees me upset and crying and like just not myself. Like I hate that. I don't want anybody to like see me not like this, you know. And it's like that did way more harm to me than good because I repressed everything. Just repressed it. And now it's like, since I never dealt with it growing up, and you know, and I probably wouldn't have, like, it's not like that I would have like gone to therapy like back then, but it's like I'm just now starting to like go to therapy because like y'all know how therapy is looked at in like the Black community. It's like, what's wrong with you? What happened? Like, and I had to have like a conversation with my mom, and I was like, listen, like, you know, it's not that you did something wrong, but at the end of the day, like, you know, I was your first kid. You didn't know what the fuck you were doing. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. We both didn't know we both didn't know. So it's just like, you know, mistakes were made, and that's okay. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't love you any less, you know, like, at all. But you know, like, it is stuff that I really need to get through because I can't keep going through life like this. Like, I can't keep repressing and like projecting my childhood, like abandonment fears and all that onto people that like I'm dating and like friends. Like I just can't do that. So yeah, that's my little, I don't know how we even got there, but yeah. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to talk to y'all about? Oh, that's another thing that happened. I lost my job in 2020. I'm pretty sure, I don't think I made a video about that. I think I did. I don't know. I lost my job in 2020 and I was making really good money in that job. But it's like, I was so just mentally over that job. Like, I can't even explain. Like, a part of me wants to go back just to see if I can like do it and to like conquer it this time. But y'all, like, I kid you not, like, I had to work second shift, so I would wake up at like 12, make some breakfast or whatever the hell, eat, go back to sleep, wake up at like 1:50, go into work. And like as soon as I pulled into work, like I just felt all the energy just leave my body. It was just awful. And it's like I would have never quit. I would have never quit that job because of what I was making, you know, and I would never quit that job. But, you know, God was like, you know, no, like, you will figure it out. And I did. It might not have been like in the ways of things like I wanted to figure it out. I did dance a little bit in 2020. I'm not gonna say like I'm not proud of it because like I did what I had to do, but I literally may have went like 5 times, not even. And it just like wasn't for me. I have like a new respect for dancers because them niggas are creepy and weird. But, you know, I did it. It's not for me. I'm not gonna bash anybody that does it. It's just not for me. But, you know, I found like a new, like, you know, a new respect for stuff. And my mom knew because I didn't want her not knowing where I was, what I was doing if something were to happen to me. You know, it wasn't her favorite venture that like I did, but you know, she still was there for me, and that's all, you know, you can ever ask for. I got on TikTok and grew a following on TikTok. I'm almost at like 100,000 followers, but I quit posting for a minute, so that one's, it's like up and down. My brother started his first job. He works at Wendy's. Yeah, like mentally, like I've kind of like been dealing with a lot within like the past, you know, couple of weeks. My stepdad's mom passed, so that was very like traumatic. Me and my ex like broke up like on the day that she passed. It's just been like a lot of, it's been like a lot of stuff. It's been like a lot of stuff. But at the end of the day, if you get knocked down like 7 times, you just have to get up 8. You just have to. But at the end of the day, like sometimes, you know, it's okay to not be okay. There's a lot of times where I literally just go and I go to sleep. What? I'm not about to do this with you. Get down. Get down. Get down. At the end of the day, like there's like a lot of times where I should be doing something productive for my business, for YouTube, for filming, or whatever else, for TikTok, and I'm just like, you know what? No. Like, I want to take a break. And I understand, like, chase the dream, absolutely. But it's like, girl, take that break. Do not drive yourself fucking insane trying to like chase your dream, because like your mental health is still important. Like regardless of the dreams you have, like take care of yourself always. And that's what I had to start doing. And I just spent like a lot of time like not really going after what I wanted and taking too long of a break, because that can be detrimental too. So I'm just like finding a balance. I'm still, you know, trying to film. I'm still trying to, you know, go to work and work out and eat good and be an adult, and I'm trying. And that's honestly all I can ask for. I'm fucking trying. I'm fucking trying. No, thank y'all so much for watching. Like, don't forget to subscribe and like this and all of this. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and thank you for still being here with me. I promise to be more consistent. That is the goal of 2022, is being more consistent. And I don't mean just with like diets and working out, like I mean with you guys too, because if I want this to be if I want this to be like a job, you know, and something that like I do for real, then I have to put in the time and the effort to it. So I'm going to do that. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being with me thus far. You guys are amazing, and yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.